Commodore Perry enters Japan and demands for Japan to open up its ports. Of course, they use these gunboats for intimidating Japan. So Japan just opens up and is like, nothing we can do. So now all the Europeans can come in and trade with them and whatnot. But then Japan has some problems and the Meiji Restoration occurs because why not, you know? And so then they become more Western, so they'll be seen as equal than being like China, actually, with colonial powers.
During a period of civil war in Japan, following the opening of the country's ports, clans fought each other for control of the capital. After the period, the Tokugawa shogunate, a type of government in Japan, emerged and tried to restore power to the emperor and reestablish social and political order. The shogunate also attempted to close off Japan from Western or foreign influence. The Meiji Restoration, also called the Imperial Restoration, set the stage for rapid modernization and also opened the country once again to Western rule and influence, which led to the buildup of military.
Shortly after Admiral Gunaho becomes prime minister, his cabinet falls and Okura steps up. As World War I breaks out, Japan and the UK form an alliance, since they both don't like Russia. China has just allowed spheres of influence, and Japan wants Germany's rights. So they take them. And in May of 1915, China approves most of Japan's requests. In 1920, Japan hits economic depression, but while that plummets, the population soars to 56 million people. In 1925, Japan decides it likes Russia, and more Communist Party appear in Japan. The death of Taisho leads to the Showa period. Although there is a change in power, there is no change in economy.
Now it's time for World War II. Basically, Japan began to conquer stuff, mainly in China and the surrounding areas, but being in the League of Nations meant they couldn't, so they left. Then, Germany, led by Hitler, offered Japan a spot in the Axis powers alliance, and Japan accepted. This led to the United States unfriending Japan on Facebook and halting trade with the country, which was followed by Germany getting angry that the US was aiding Britain, and both Japan and Germany declared war on the United States. While the United States was busy chasing Germany back into Germany, Japan went off and bombed Pearl Harbor, and the United States turned around and began chasing Japan back into Japan. During this time, the United States finally finished their really big, really scary atomic bomb and decided to test it out on Hiroshima, and then Nagasaki, which led to Japan's surrender. The United States went in and Americanized Japan with a new constitution and occupied the country for like 7 years. Meanwhile, Japan's economy exploded and they began making video cameras and TVs and the like faster and better than everybody else until the post-war miracle that was Japan's improvement wore off and the United States left. Everything was cool for a little while the Communist Party of Japan divided left and right. Then in 2011, a huge earthquake hit the island and the tsunami that followed wreaked havoc from which they're still recovering.